All right, point number two. What's up, DD? Good to see you, sis. Point number two. Find or create something that's gonna bring you joy. Oh man, I'm gonna spend a little time on this one because so many of us live off other people's opinions. And I don't know about you, but other people's opinions don't necessarily bring me joy. I got really quiet in here, right? Now look, Felicia, what's up, sis? Good to see you. And thank you, Felicia. Um, it's really important that you guys listen to me. If you don't hear anything else, please listen to me on this one. Fulfilling other people's opinions doesn't bring you joy and it doesn't bring you happiness, right? So in doing so, we all know, or you at least heard it, at least we can't live in expectation of other people's opinions, because what someone wants for you is typically not always the best for you, because they don't know you. They don't know how your heart beat. They don't know what you've been through. They don't know what you're strong at. They don't know what you're weak at necessarily. So don't live off all the expectations and all the opinions that everybody else give you. I remember my high school coach once told me in 10th grade that I would never amount to be good enough to be a collegiate athlete to play basketball. OMG, how he was so freaking wrong. So I hope he hears this podcast, Coach Carlson. I hope you hear it. But yeah, you can't live off other people's opinions. So in this season, man, I need you to do one or two things. I either need you to find it or I need you to create it. I need you to find joy or create joy. So now we got the foundation done about the importance of you not living in other people's expectation. Now let's talk little bit about how in the world do you find joy? Because finding joy is not always the easiest thing in the world. Man, I wish I had a choir behind me because they can repeat that. Finding joy is tough, Jen, what's up, Jen? Um, it's it's one of those things that for me personally, finding joy in 2020, it was a fight to find it, because life didn't always give me such a good feely feel for the season that I was in, right? And I think the thing that I have to relate to, and I'm not trying to speak a Bible verse on you or anything, but if I was to quote the right scripture, Psalms 100 says, "Make a joyful noise into all ye land." So me growing up, I'm a PK. I know scripture. I've always heard it. So a lot of times when I hear it, it's so repetitive of me hearing it. Sometimes I don't understand it. And for me personally, with the revelation, it says, "Make a joyful noise into all of ye land." I always heard it and said, "Oh, just sing something, worship something, praise something," and that's making a joyful noise. So 2020, I'm not going to go over the experiences that I've had this year, but a lot of you know me personally. It's been some tough and hard times that I'm still processing. So when I read that scripture this year, the revelation of it, the perspective of it, totally changed. So the key word now in the scripture, and make a joyful noise in all the land, the word now that just pops out like this in glowing colors is the word make. It didn't say, right? It didn't say it's going to be easy to make a joyful noise in all the lands. It didn't say beauty of your mouth is going to create a noise that's going to be so wonderful and it's going to be easy. It never said that. If you listen to the scripture carefully, or if you read it carefully, it actually says make. The term make means to create something that is not currently existence, potentially. So now when I read that scripture, it says make a joyful noise. To me now it says, even Chris, what you're going through, find a way to find joy. Find a way to find peace. It may not be easy. You may have to get out the bed when you don't feel like it. You may have to smile when you don't want to. You may have to do things in order of being appreciated for what you have versus what's taking place right now. So not to preach by any sense, but I want to encourage you and I want to empower you. It doesn't matter what religion you believe in, what side of politics you're on, what neighborhood you grew up in. I want to encourage you, no matter where you're at, you're going to have to, as you finish this year strong, find a reason or create a more peaceful or more joyful environment. Because the truth is, the more you smile, the more likely you will smile. The more you frown, the more likely you're going to frown. I also believe that energy is contagious. I believe that energy is attracted. Man, I don't know. I see my girl Jen's on. What's up, Jen? I saw a lot of you guys are on, and some of you guys can comment and tell me if I'm telling the truth or if I'm lying. But I'm one of those people that always smile. Like right now, I'm doing a podcast. For a lot of you, you probably can hear literally the smile that's on my voice. Like I'm in my office. Why am I smiling? I don't know. I'm just so conditioned to smile. But for the people that's on right now, I see my boy Victor just got on. I see Jennifer that's on. I see Felicia that's on. I see Dee Dee that's on. I see Sheldon, my girl A, Bob. Like everybody that I see, right? They smile too. So check this out. It's almost like everybody that I'm connected to, whether it's through Mean Green, through whatever other platforms that I'm engaged with, it seems like I hang with people that smile. Hmm, interesting. Some of you may know me and know that you're not the smiley type person. But for some reason, when you get around me or you get around the Mean Green family, it's like you begin to change where you start to smile more, right? And I firmly believe, ladies and gentlemen, hear me and hear me clearly. The more you find a reason to smile, the more likely you will smile. And the more you smile, the more likely you're going to give off the impression that other people need to follow what you're doing, which is what? Smiling. So, point number 2 that I have for you, find and create anything that brings you joy. So, if I was to freestyle this a little bit more, what brings me joy? Honestly, just being around my people. Um, it's funny, you know how you ever see those 4 pictures of what people think you do? So like I'm always intrigued on what people actually think I do. I think a lot of people will have that image of me just training people, like yelling, "Let's go!" Right? And like I don't get to do that much. I really don't. Like if I can actually get an image of what my desk look like and my office look like, the amount of work that I have to do, you guys see that hour to maybe 2 or 3 when I'm at the gym or at boot camp, but it's so much that I have to do beyond it. So when I actually get to the gym, I'm really blessed. I really love what I do. So if I get to the gym and I see what's up, H Money, I see H Money at the gym, like I'm happy that I get to see the sus. Like, man, what's up? Like, I'm not faking. Like, I really love being around my people. I love being around my kids. I love being able to connect with my father. So this holiday season is not just being so creative on what brings me joy. I don't have to go to the Galleria Mall to find me joy. I don't need to necessarily buy something or eat something to get me joy. I know off of just speaking out loud that if I'm around my people, that brings me joy. So whatever that is, ladies and gents, I'm hoping, I'm praying that you have something in your life to give you joy. And if it is, find it in this season and connect with them. And if you don't, man, there's nothing wrong with meditation. There's nothing wrong with just being still and listening, because you do have to find joy, because I truly believe everybody deserve and earn joy. All right. All right. Just in case nobody else wants to give any of that of what I said, some hand claps or snaps, I would do it on my own because I believe that was pretty freaking good. All right. So we talked about